In order to challenge the judgment rendered in Johnny Depp's defamation case, Amber Heard has retained fresh legal representation. The actress hired by David L. Axelrod and J. Ward Brown of the legal team of Ballard Spahr, according to a spokeswoman for the actress. Elaine Charlson Bredehoft will leave her position as co-counsel, while Ben Rottenborn will remain in that position. Heard was defended by Rottenborn and Bredehoft during the 6-week trial in Virginia. According to the spokeswoman for Heard, when it comes to safeguarding the fundamental principle of freedom of speech, we look at the jury's judgment not as the beginning of the end, but merely the end of the beginning. A different court warrants different representation, especially given the volume of the recent new material. In high-stakes civil action, Axelrod, a former federal prosecutor and first trial lawyer, represents individuals and businesses, while Brown is experienced defending First Amendment rights on behalf of journalists, news organizations, and documentary filmmakers, among others. Earlier this year, the two successfully defended the New York Times against Sarah Palin's defamation case. Axelrod and Brown said in a joint statement, "We welcome the opportunity to represent Ms. Heard in this appeal since it is a case with vital First Amendment consequences for every American. We have faith that the appellate court will uphold the fundamental principles of free speech, reverse the ruling against Ms. Heard, and apply the law correctly without regard to public opinion." In her own statement, Bredehoft stated that the appeal is the appropriate opportunity to transmit the baton. She stated, "I have promised Amber and her appeal team my full cooperation and assistance as they go on a path toward success." Heard's 2018 Washington Post op-ed, in which she described herself as a public figure representing domestic abuse, was found to have willfully and maliciously defamed Depp, according to a verdict reached by a jury of 7 people in June. Depp received $10 million in compensatory damages and $5 million in punitive damages. The punitive awards were later reduced by the judge to the statutory maximum of $350,000 in Virginia. Heard obtained a meager $2 million in compensatory damages from the countersuit. Heard's legal team submitted an appeal of the judgment last month following the denial of a plea for mistrial. A representative for the actress stated, "We feel the court made mistakes that prohibited a just and fair verdict compatible with the First Amendment. As a result, we are appealing the decision. Even though we are aware that today's filing will set Twitter ablaze, there are things we can do to make sure that justice and fairness are upheld." An official for Depp responded to EW's request for comment on the appeal by saying, "The jury deliberated for 6 weeks, heard the substantial evidence, and reached a unanimous decision that the defendant had repeatedly slandered Mr. Depp. We continue to believe that our argument is strong and that this judgment will stand." The verdict in the shocking defamation lawsuit against Johnny Depp has been the subject of an announcement from Amber Heard that new information is coming to light as she employs new legal representation to appeal. The Aquaman stars engaged David L. Axelrod and J. Ward Brown of Ballard Spahr as her principal appellant lawyers after firing her lawyer Elaine Bredehoft. According to the actor's representative, "When it comes to safeguarding the fundamental right of freedom of speech, we look at the jury's verdict not as the beginning of the end, but merely the end of the beginning." The statement said, "A different court requires fresh representation, particularly since so much new material is now emerging." Heard filed a motion to appeal the decision after losing the libel case against Depp and was mandated to pay her ex-husband $10.4 million in damages. The actor is now asserting that he has fresh information that was not revealed during the 6-week trial that was broadcasted live around the world. People are shocked that a Johnny Depp supporting YouTube channel is searching for a researcher to snoop out Amber Heard for $8 per hour. In an attempt to appeal to Depp fans, the channel's now deleted online job posting sought someone to study and acquire information for $8 per hour that proves how guilty Heard is. Our fans are all Johnny Depp fans, so they prefer videos about new evidence, celebrities, or something else that goes against Amber Heard, or supports Johnny Depp, according to the job description, which stated in part, "Basically, we are looking for content that concerns something that proves how guilty Amber Heard is." Despite the fact that the job description requested researchers to identify new evidence, it is unclear from the listing whether applicants must also possess legal or other relevant knowledge. Leaving aside how repulsive this is, $8 per hour. Do they really exist? On Twitter, someone wrote. Amber Heard's 2018 op-ed regarding domestic violence served as a catalyst for Johnny Depp and Amber Heard's protracted court dispute. The Pirates of the Caribbean actor won their defamation trial after many lawsuits and appeared to clear his name in the process. So having defeated Heard in the court, is Depp's career now officially saved? PR specialists weigh in on the matter. For a moment, it seemed as though Johnny Depp's career was in risk. He and Amber Heard were unable to film anything while they were in court, and he was famously let go from his Fantastic Beasts franchise role as Grindelwald. However, since his victory in court, he has been keeping himself busy as a musician, and is getting ready to star in his first film since the trial, as well as landing a new directorial job. It's very very improbable, according to Evan Nierman, CEO of global PR firm Red Bannon, that the actor will lose his job as a result of the verdict. In a recent interview with Insider about Depp's journey toward atonement, "We should anticipate the floodgates to open," as he phrased it, now that the trial is over. There are already some early indications of it, and most are likely to follow. It was always expected that Johnny Depp would come out of the Heard-Depp legal saga with a successful career. He was only briefly removed from the category of Hollywood superstar due to the absence of concrete proof, linking him to the claimed abuse by his ex-wife. That's all there is to it. According to Evan Nierman, this is just the start of Johnny Depp's triumph tour. Because along from seemingly defending himself in court, the general public also appears to be on his side. And as a result, Depp ought to be able to regain his A-list position, at least in Nierman's opinion. In fact, following the defamation trial triumph, Johnny Depp's earnings have resumed. He just agreed to a new 7-figure contract with Dior to return as the brand spokesperson for the Suave fragrance. Additionally, it appears that Depp will receive additional payments on top of his music engagements in his return to the director's chair. According to Nierman, Johnny Depp put a lot of time, effort, and money into cleaning his record, and it appears to be paying off in the long run. Some fans are speculating about Johnny Depp's potential comeback to the Fantastic Beasts franchise as Grindelwald in the wake of his legal victory. Even Mads Mikkelsen recently brought up the subject, seemingly considering it a possibility if Warner Bros. Ever approves the 4th film. Will Amber Heard be able to follow in the footsteps of Johnny Depp, who appears to be having a career upswing? Regarding the fate of the Aquaman actress's career, Evan Nierman said, "She made the decision to go public and dress in the #MeToo flag, but the jury and the general public did not think she was trustworthy." Naturally, he also admitted that should Amber Heard's efforts to appeal the conviction be successful, this might alter. The case is still in progress, and the public is keeping track of every development as both legal teams continue to fight for their respective clients. Johnny Depp is filming his first post-trial movie now, while Amber Heard will be seen in Aquaman 2 on March 17, 2013. In the meantime, check out the 2022 movie release dates to plan your next movie experience. That's all for today. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and let us know what you want to watch next.